One of the things I noticed when I was in a non-exclusive dating relationship is, well, let me start from the beginning. Um, I was a little hesitant to get into that particular dating relationship because of some, I guess I'll say, red flags. Um, and I know I said in a previous relationship that I had a friend say, "Oh no, not red flags, they're yellow flags." Um, I don't I don't know if I should call these red flags or yellow flags. It was just that there were just some things that I noticed that I knew I had to pay attention to. And because at the time I just did not have enough information to make a definite decision whether to move forward or not, it was just information to like put a pin in and pay attention to. So I don't know if I should call it a red flag or yellow flag, but it was definitely information to pay attention to. And the one thing, or the couple things I should say I noticed is that he was not content with the current job assignment he had, because he had just been assigned to the state that I was living in, and I guess with his job, the previous location was in another state, and he had been reassigned to my state. And he did say he wanted to build a friendship, but I was hesitant because I'm like, you don't even want to be here. Like, why should I even bother? And that was an interesting lesson, right? Because when I go back to the girlfriends give terrible advice, one of the things they always said is that, oh, you got to communicate, and I have found that talking too much to a man, you go get tore up. You're just giving him all the information he needs to set up his wartime strategy. Because all is fair in love of war. So one of the things I had said to him was like, I don't know, you don't really seem like you want to be here. And he said, no, I want to be here because where I was at before, the situation, the dynamic it's not the same. It's not what it was before, so I can't go back there. And maybe 3 months later, he finally admitted, yeah, I don't want to be here. I want to go back to where I was before. I mean, he was always alluding to, oh, he wanted to do work in the location where he lived at before. And early on, taking that, you gotta communicate advice, I had communicated, hey, I'm not sure I want to date you because you don't really want to be here. He said he came up with a very good reason why he did want to, and it sounded very plausible. So one of the other things I said is like, I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm hurt. And again, doing all that, over communicating, talking too much, listening to the terrible girlfriend advice. He said, he wasn't going to hurt me. And one of the things I noticed, the first month, it was like great. And then there was a period of time within the second month where it seemed like he might have been trying to reconcile with his estranged wife. Mind you, they hadn't lived together, and they had been not living together for longer than I was separated. And so I had noticed some things. And how can I put it? From that point forward, actually, we had a very honest conversation about that. And I said, do you still love your wife? And he was like, I still have love for her, but I can't trust her. She lies a lot. She wants something from me. I can't trust her. He did not say, no, I'm done with her. It's over and done with, a wrap. I want to move forward. He said, he was just telling me rational reasons why him and her weren't going to work. So he wasn't saying, like, in his heart, he didn't want to go back. So I noticed after that, and that was like a month into our non-exclusive dating relationship, he started defining our relationship as a situationship pretty much every single time we got together. He was like, situationship, semi-boyfriend, blah, 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 every single time. And then I think at month 3, and pretty much month 3, it was pretty much coming to end. That's when it was like the slow fade started at month 3. I said, you define this thing we're doing every single time, but then you get mad when I respond and make a comment like, why are you making this comment? Why is it just a situation? Why is it a semi-boyfriend? Why is it this? Why is it that? And he said to me, you know what? You're right. I have to do better. And then the next month, he started doing it again. So go back to the second month where I was like, look, are you going to get back with her? I could fall back. I just don't want to be hurt. What I'm starting to realize is that by him always making a statement every time we were together, this is a situationship, this is this. This was, I think, to like some type of preemptive strike in this invisible war to say, hey, when it was going to be over, because at this point now I'm looking back on it like, okay, I was a placeholder because it was clear. I wouldn't say it wasn't clear, but at the beginning I said he had wanted to go back to the state where he previously lived. The state where he previously lived is where his wife and his children live. So to me, it was like a preemptive strike to say, hey, I didn't hurt you. I told you what it was every single time we got together, and you consented to it. I think that's what it was. I'm starting to break the codes now. I think I'm starting to break the codes. It was like, okay, I told you what it was every single time, and you decided to continue. And I remember the last conversation we had, where I was like, yeah, I don't think we want the same things. I think this I reaffirm this isn't going forward. He said, but you consented to it. I said to him, I think you and I want two different things. I think, you just want sex, and, I think that's all you want. And he said to me, but you consented to it. And I didn't say this, but my mind went to, yeah, well, now I'm withdrawing consent because I'm not trying to be hurt. And I didn't say these things, and I'm starting to actually communicate what's in my head less, because all that I've seen by doing all that communication and telling them everything that you think and feel, they come up with all these different ways to counter what you're thinking, and it's all a game. And like I said before, the game is rigged. So I did not communicate that. I just said, yeah, I just think we want different things. I think it's best just to let it go and just, be cordial when we see each other. Just be cordial. I don't know if I won the game or I lost the game, but I realized the game was rigged. I have girlfriends saying, hey, communicate, communicate, communicate. And now I'm like, nope, not doing it. Ain't gonna work. It's definitely not gonna work. So I don't know if you agree with me or not, but I'm telling you, every time I've seen a situation where I've seen it or been in a situation in a minute where a man, and when I said, oh, I actually asked a direct question, I got the answer that I wanted to hear. And, they know that stuff works. And I think we as women, we need to get a little smarter. These guys are not communicating everything they're thinking, right? So why are we communicating everything we're thinking and we're losing the game? Stop playing this game. The game's rigged. You can't win. A lot of these guys are just not going to be honest with you. And they're not going to communicate what they really, really feel. And sometimes even if they do communicate, you don't know if it's the truth or not. There's no way to tell. So that's all I have to say on this for now. You can leave a comment and tell me what you think.